My father would be very proud of today. This is something that he thought about, and I'm just happy I was able to achieve it. It is special to have that rank of captain, to be able to lead the men and women of this police department as a captain, just like Mark Messier did back in '94, putting the Rangers on his back. I think that's what a lot of people love about Mark Messier.
Conor McDonald.
Being a captain is, I would say, a very difficult job. You know, you've got a lot of different personalities. There was a tremendous amount of chemistry, and they played as a team.
Watching the '94 team, especially having Mark Messier as your captain, as a kid, you want to grow up to be that type of leader.
The Rangers' newest captain, and the captain who will lead the Rangers into the 1991-92 season. A five-time Stanley Cup champion, wearing uniform number 11, Mark Messier.
In October 1991, the Rangers traded for the player considered the game's ultimate winner.
Messier, beautiful! Score! Mark Messier! Messier, score!
The thinking was that if Mark Messier couldn't transform the Rangers into winners, no one could.
I'm looking more than forward to the new challenge ahead of me here in New York. I'm every bit as confident the second career is going to be as good as the first one.
I was scared of failing. I was scared of not producing. And I think you learn to live with that fear, but you also learn to live with the fear and not let it paralyze you.
Everybody couldn't believe that Mark Messier was on our team. His competitiveness and will to win. I mean, it was infectious.
Steven had the utmost respect for him as a hockey player, as an athlete, as a human being.
In Messier's first season on 33rd Street, the Rangers improved by 14 wins and won the President's Trophy. For the first time in 50 years, the team had the league's best regular season record.
Everything collapsed from that point on.
Gets it to Tuckett, looking at the empty net. That's it! Sadly, for the New York Rangers, this season of tremendous hope and promise comes to an end.
The 92-93 season was nothing short of a hockey disaster. I mean, everything that could have gone wrong did.
We're talking about a team who was challenging for the Stanley Cup last year, who's barely above 500 right now and is floundering.
They went from winning the President's Trophy and being a legit Stanley Cup contender to missing the playoffs altogether. That was as Ranger as anything I'd ever seen.
We'd had a little bit of locker room discontent, and we needed an established coach that knows how to deal with high-level players and players that are on the cusp of winning.
The day after the season ended, the Rangers hired a new head coach.
Iron Mike Keenan coming to New York.
Mike Keenan wants to get out the timekeeper.
I'm extremely proud of the fact that I'm now a New York Ranger, and I'm looking forward to all the challenges that that job encompasses. What is it? 1940.
By that time, I had coached 9 years in the NHL and had been in the finals competing for the Stanley Cup 3 of the 9 years, so I felt I had a good grasp on what was necessary to win the Stanley Cup.
He was on a mission because Mike had been a very accomplished coach, but he hadn't won it all yet.
A lot of people, oh, you know, this guy's really tough. Honestly, the feeling within the four walls of our locker room was like, bring it on.
Larmer goes towards Belfour. He scores!
Messier on the long breakaway.
It's a power play goal and a hat trick!
With Mike Keenan in charge, the Rangers dominated the 1993-94 regular season. Once again, they had the best record in hockey. April 14th, 1994. It's the final game of the regular season. And the Rangers are presented the President's Trophy. But there's also another trophy that's being awarded with deeper meaning.
This year's winner is
Adam Gray.
The Steven McDonald night every year is just such a special night and one that everyone looks forward to. And I just know how proud my dad was that I was lucky enough to win the award. But I think more importantly, just he was so proud that I was able to stand on the ice beside a true hero.
From their first meeting, Adam Graves and Steven McDonald had felt a special connection. They were both sons of police officers. Graves' father had spent decades on the force in Toronto.
I can remember polishing his police boots when he first started. I was proud. That was my hero growing up. When you think of Steven, his kindness, his ability to forgive, his approach to life is one that, in every sense of the word, of a hero. The greatest gift the game of hockey's ever given me is the people I've been lucky enough to meet along the way. And right at the top of that list would be Steven and the McDonald family.
I remember watching at a bowling party when I was 7 years old for a birthday party, and all the kids were Islander fans. And I remember I was the only one cheering.
They didn't only beat the Islanders.
Kovalev with the intercept, scores!
They didn't only sweep the Islanders.
Zubov scores!
They annihilated the Islanders. They outscored them 22-3.
Messier out in front. Messier scores!
In the next round, the Rangers continued to build momentum.
Wide open Leach.
For the first time since 1986, the Rangers go to the conference final.
The easy part was over. After breezing through the first two rounds, losing just once in 9 games, the Rangers now prepared for a much sterner test. The New Jersey Devils.
Bernie Nichols winds and fires. Oh, he's getting hammered.
Just smokes them.
They were a great team.
Stopped by Richter. Goal! The Devils knock it in.
They were second in the league that year.
This is a Devils team that is far tougher mentally than we anticipated.
To get out of your conference and fight for the cup, you're going to have to do something special.
The New York Rangers have a series lead of 2-1, and we are underway.
In Game 4, the Rangers weren't just ineffective and discombobulated. There was plenty of drama and dysfunction, too.
Going into Game 4, that Devils team was very skilled and very physical. They showed us they were an excellent team.
In front, shot, score! Stefan Richer! Stevens to Billy Guerin. Guerin's onside. Billy Guerin scores! Mike Richter being pulled.
Did I get yanked that game? Son of a bitch.
We're going to get a new Ranger goaltender.
We had to get better quickly, and that was the reason I did it.
That's his MO, and that included the goaltender. But Brian Leach was a different story.
We have not seen Brian Leach in this game for a while.
There's not much Mike Keenan can do as a coach right now. He has already juggled his lines to death. The one thing that you would anticipate him doing is perhaps playing Brian Leach much more than he has thus far.
What do you think Mike Keenan was trying to achieve when he benched Leach?
You'd have to ask him. I'm not touching that. What did Leachy say?
It's just one of those shake your head moments, you know, when you're not going out on the ice. I remember Jay Wells looking at me and he said, just jump on, just jump on. I go, no.
We knew that Brian Leach had a compromised shoulder. How bad it was, we didn't really know.
It was to try to have him better as we proceeded in the rest of the playoffs.
Something was going on that bench.
Devils dumping it deep every chance they get. Telepuka scores!
Why now and why here after all we've been through?
Telepuka! Devils 3, Rangers 1!
I can't believe this is happening.
The New Jersey Devils, an impressive 3-1 win against the Rangers, and this series is tied at 2 games apiece.
You do stuff like that and you lose. And now the team is all pissed off going home to play Game 5. And it's like, what, are we blowing this series on purpose?
Lemieux's got Nichols on the left side. Lemieux! Nichols scores! McLean and Caruso scores! A 2-on-1 break, timing and shot, score! The New Jersey Devils have taken a 3-2 lead in the series with a 4-1 win here tonight.
Tell me any Ranger fan worth his salt who went back as far as I did, who could look you in the eye and said, yeah, they're going to win Game 6. But we never had a player like Mark Messier before.